years ago, you said that 20,000 was a good price to buy Bitcoin. What's the next low to boast price for Bitcoin?
Yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want the crypto. It's a great question. The $20,000 price is never coming back. I want to be very clear if this gets clipped up. April levels. I mean, I will like it at 79,285, and then probably at, to be honest, 100,121. That banking institution and hedge fund institution buying in, and MicroStrategy being a, not saying a small institution, but in comparison to Vanguard, Invesco, State Street, they're smaller. They provide a level of liquidity and price discovery that will, I don't think Bitcoin will ever go to 55,000 ever again. You have too many whales in it. It's impossible. Like the mathematical probability of it getting to 55, given all the banks and institutions, that it is less than 3% chance. So like the 79, 80 area is going to be like the new buy-in price if we get there. Like
a few months ago, I put on Instagram that you got to like Bitcoin at 85,000.
Yeah,
gotta love it.
Yeah, like we was going back and forth about that. He's like 85, I'm like 79, 85. I'm like,
yeah, in that same range. Yep.
Yeah, just grab it there.
Yep.
So here's another question, I guess. It's kind of based off that question. That's for depreciation, right? The low to bull price. As the Fed rate, and I know there's a lot of pressure on Powell, and I saw some of the memes. They're crazy. They call them up in the Coldplay joint.
That's hilarious.
The Coldplay meme. If he doesn't lower rates, how can we get here the next couple of months? Right, I mean, we've seen appreciation when he doesn't do it.
Well, first stop 129,634, and then I think ultimate price is like 153. 153 to 155. If he doesn't, because the argument is, even I know what. Okay, Trump wants the rates lowered. I get it, but we had quantitative easing for 13 years, 14 years. Look what it's cost the country and how much it's put debt to GDP. And to be honest, look how many terrible companies were built off zero interest financing. If I can be very honest, if rates had not been adjusted, we wouldn't have had room for Broadcom and Nvidia and AMD and Palantir go up the way. Like, these are real businesses that solve real issues. It's not Tinder for dogs. It's a lot of bullshit that got built when there was zero interest rates, and all that money was slushing around. We got SPACs that, like, I remember Virgin Galactic. It's like, you're not beating Elon and Bezos with that. I love Richard Branson. Virgin that was yesteryear. No, you're facing some serious competition, and you think Katy Perry was just, anyway. It's a lot of bullshit that got built in that environment, and I think we have a cleaner environment for businesses to get built. And we saw, even in our space, how many people popped up talking about investing, and we knew they had no investing acumen or nothing invested in the market. And then interest rates go up, the market resets. All this COVID money is not flying around. You get to separate the real from the fake. So I just think we just need to focus more on quality. And with inflation being the way that it is and interest being the way that it is, Bitcoin is a great way to go. And my question is still, for the vanguards of the world, what are you going to do with your indexes? Because people are watching the news, and 6 to 9% is great. But if they're seeing 40 and 60% return, why are they not going to go chase that? And everybody can't make a Bitcoin ETF.
They're going for it. Yeah,
they have to go for it.
Yeah, that Generation Z is going for it.
Yes, and they're going to force their parents into it as a result, which will adjust the mutual fund. And I talked to some advisors this weekend about my take on the 60-40 portfolio being dead. I'm not saying it as a hot take. There's no hedge in the bond market anymore. No one. They let the bond market die so crypto could fly. No one will even address it. I get once you scale past a certain point, you have to deal in bonds. I get that, but the bond market has been negative for 5 years. If you have a uncle or grandma who's 60-40 and has $5 million in it, and she lives in upstate New York, it's really hard to tell her to stay invested in that when crypto is taken off the way that it has, or just what 25% exposure would have done. So, but what do I know? What I do know, if you want the best prices on the market, go to eaninvest.com and join the stock club if you want to know where to get in and where to get out. If you want to know the load to boat price, swing trade price, quick entry price, go to eaninvest.com, join the stock club, and I give you prices for over 30 different companies, 90 different prices. If I ever made you money, please put yes in chat. Get your tickets to InvestFest. It is the most important year for sure.
That's a fact.
In the history of InvestFest for you to be there.
That's a fact. That is a fact.